Alright, this is just We the People News, one more time at it. Okay, never look just straight forward, always look around you, be able to protect yourself by any means necessary. Okay, alright, arm yourself with knowledge. Okay, use that Second Amendment. And anything I say or do is just my opinion. Okay, I'm not an attorney, not giving legal advice or anything like that. Do your own research, educate yourself, and all that kind of good stuff. Okay, and I'm actually doing this video, and by the way, this is a mere copy of. Jeez.
Then what does it?
Right. Let me try to get this a little. There you go. Alrighty. Let's back up a little bit. Again, I don't have fancy things. Alright. The hell? Okay. I thought my phone froze on me there for a second. Okay. I was like, what the hell? Alright. Get back to my point. Okay, his dad. Alright, this is the Bundys. His dad, due to his case, did a profound effect to me. And the reason why at the time when the Bundys are having all these problems, I was absolutely believing in the United States as a free country. And I really did believe the judicial branch was trustworthy. And I really did believe that there was honorable officers out there. And I really did believe attorneys was acting within good faith. Okay? Was they going to get anything perfect? No, knew that. But they all was acting in good faith. Okay? So, but this is what actually really started me thinking outside the box. And it wasn't heavy, it was just that process because I was so dumbfounded about it. And it took a little while for me to readjust my way of thinking. And what it was is when his dad was in court and the judge told his dad, do not bring the Constitution in my courts. Okay? That was a mic drop to me. How does a judge tell somebody, do not bring the Constitution when our whole basis of our freedom in the United States was based on the Constitution and the judge is denying the Constitution? So even though I did not dawn on it that one particular day, it did get my mind thinking. And over a period of time, I learned that our country is not free. Okay? Our judicial branch is not just. And attorneys are using trickery of words to get you in some form of jurisdiction with or without your consent. And officers, all their main goal is collecting revenue for the prison complex, right? We got to keep them full according to the contract with Ronald Reagan, prison for profit. But I did not know all these things at the time, right? I had complete faith in everything. And then a little bit later on, a couple of cops messed with me, like running a stop sign when I never did, and all this kind of stuff. And they searched my vehicle, and the judge told me that, I'm not going to rule against my officer. Everything started adding up. That the country that I live in is not actually as free as once I thought it would be. Anyway, this was actually a really good video on this part I'm sharing y'all, because it's going to get you something to think about as well, because I didn't even think about this, and with my research and all that, but this was actually a good point. And again, this is for my records. I want to make sure it was on my videos, and good if you guys take this comment and sit and think about it as well. Let's go.
And the only ones that win in our system now are the judges and the lawyers. And you know, that's pretty much it. Those who have enough money to pay them. And that's just the way it is. It's not about justice. And one thing to think about before I let you go, because I'm going to end this pretty quick, is if the court, and this is why I've done a lot of what I've done. If the court is just and the law is just, meaning if the law is just and the court is upholding that, then what does anybody need an attorney for? Like, if justice is going to be administered in the court, and if the law is just, then what does anybody need an attorney for? You only need an attorney if justice is not going to happen in the court, and if the law is not just. Because then he's got to try to somehow manipulate and maneuver and, you know, go back and forth to try to find some type of relief for you. But if justice was really a mainstay of the court, if it's really what was happening there, and if the law was really just, we wouldn't need lawyers. So think on that for a little while. Thank you for your time. I just thought I'd give you this update. God bless you, and I hope you have a wonderful evening.
Right? And there we go again, y'all. But legally and lawfully, we're allowed to challenge jurisdiction of the courts, period. But you have all these people out there, even if some of these people are not claiming they're sovereign citizen, they bring these videos out. The videos themselves is claiming they're sovereign citizens. Just because they go into court, challenge the jurisdiction of the courts, and you know, going in there as a special appearance and all this kind of stuff, which is legalese as well as common law. And yet, when you do these things, you're supposed to be a sovereign citizen? Okay, that don't make no sense. All right? And not only that, there is caseloads out there. And there's a couple of videos I showed about the people are sovereign and we are authority. But you're supposed to be a sovereign citizen by believing case law? A case law, again, once jurisdiction has been challenged over and over and over on case law, the courts must tell you how they have jurisdiction. It's not because, just because I said. Okay, that's not what case law says. They got to explain how they have the subject matter's jurisdiction, how they have the personal jurisdiction. Which one are you in? Which venue? Are you in common law? Are you in civil law? You know, amity? You know, all these are operating in this country. So which jurisdiction are you actually in? That way you can actually prepare yourself for inside the courts. But they won't let you know this. That is an unjust court. And that's an unjust magistrate, an unjust judge, especially when their predecessors actually told them that they had to do it. But people that kind of think the way I do sometimes, somehow or another, we magically end up in this sovereign citizen crap. Okay? Yes, a man can be sovereign. Okay? But the true sovereign citizen is government. They're sovereign because the laws don't apply to them. And according to law of nations, they're citizens with the lower C. Okay? The people are capital C citizens. So the profound thing about people being misled of what a real sovereign citizen is, and all due to actually following some of the laws, special appearance, challenge jurisdiction of the courts, and all of a sudden you're supposed to be a sovereign citizen. I'm not a person. Okay, the legal definition, business, commerce, trust, all these kind of things. And when you tell them, I don't want to be any part of this, then you're a sovereign citizen. What the freak, people? Get out of that imprisonment of your mindset and actually start looking outside the box. What are they doing misleading you? And even when everybody pro se's follow every single rules, every single thing that they're supposed to go by, they will ignore it. The attorneys will ignore it. The judges will ignore it. The cops will ignore it. The only one who's not ignoring it is the pro se's. Okay? So sorry about me being a little riled up, but these things about being in a box, and really reason why I got hung up is because I actually watched a video of somebody doing that, and the lady was kind of upset because this guy was a sovereign citizen that he never even made a claim to. He went in there as special appearance, challenging jurisdiction of the courts, which he legally is allowed to do. That's not a sovereign citizen thing. But these attorneys and everybody else kind of misapplying everything to confuse you, for you to go what? Go pay for them to collect revenue and weed you through the court systems, and hopefully he'll come up with some type of good outcome for you. But he's going to have to get the okay from the judge. He's going to have to get the okay from the other attorneys. And he's going to have to be okay with him doing this, which is basically what you guys call 42 1983, right? Everything has to be in line and everybody has to agree to the terms in order for you to win that case. But what can they do? A 12b6 motion and have it dismissed. And they're going to come up with some magical word. Well, yeah, you can't really sue them and all this, so you actually lose your case. And here you are being just, trying to get revenue from a wrongdoing from an officer, and your case gets dropped because the cases is wants to let you know you got remedy. The cases are lost that was supposed to get remedy. They use the trickery of words to make you lose, so that way it's not overwhelming of lawsuits. And that's all it is. And so it's not overwhelming with lawsuits. I am led to believe and do believe. And again, I'm not an attorney, not giving legal advice. This is my opinion only. Okay? These are We the People News. Till next time. Bye, y'all.